Hi there, I am Melissa Ashley and welcome back to my channel. Hi everybody, how you doing? Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about lockdown and how are you doing? How are you coping? I was going to have a little chat with you about how I'm coping and what I'm doing to help get through lockdown. Before we start, if you would hit the like button down below and subscribe to my channel, I'd be so grateful, because I'm trying to get my channel to be a bit bigger so more people can interact with each other. That would be fantastic. So don't forget, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you. And I also have a respiratory infection, so if you think I'm a little bit breathless, this is the reason why. Please be assured I had a COVID test yesterday. I do not have COVID, I'm negative. I've had this respiratory problem since mid-December and it's just ongoing, so I'm hoping to get some help. So let's get back to the subject of lockdown. As I said before, I have been doing some little bits and pieces that have been helping me stay positive and cope with the fact that we're pretty much restricted in everything we're able to do at the moment. So I thought I'd run through them with you. Now, I don't know whether I came up with the phrase I'm about to tell you or whether I heard it somewhere and it stuck in my brain, but I came up with the 4 P's, and my 4 P's are: positive planning prevents procrastination. Did I hear that somewhere or did I make that up? And if I made that up, that's amazing. Now, what do I mean about positive planning? Positive planning is about making sure that you give yourself time and allocate time to doing things that are going to make you feel good. I'll explain what I mean as we carry on in this video, where I'll show you the instances that I've done this, but there's some more other little tips and things that I've been doing that may help you. So the first thing that I'm going to talk to you about is my planner. I know that there's videos about these planners all over the internet, and I'm not going to sort of go into how to use one of these planners, but I just want to kind of discuss what I've been doing with it. So this is the Freedom Mastery Planner. So it's be the energy you want to attract. Now, something that and it just slides out here. Something that I did last year was I read the book The Secret, and I'm really trying to get into kind of positive thinking and manifestation. And every morning as I wake up, I sort of have a little mantra where I tell myself I am healthy, I am happy, I am financially stable, I am able to do anything that I want to, I am beautiful, I am positive, I am healthy, and all these things that, even though, for instance, I am healthy, I'm obviously battling some health issues at the moment. It's that positive thinking that sort of gets me through it, rather than drowning in the fact that I have been really poorly for like 6 weeks now. And that might get me down usually, but I'm just like, no, positive thinking, positive thinking. And this planner kind of helps with that. Now, I'm going to show you a little snapshot. I'm going to show you last week. So my planner has writing all over it, and it's things for me to do. So priorities that I had were reconnect with friends, contact the doctors regarding my health issues, making time for self-care, making time for reading. Everything in here that was kind of a positive thing, I have put in here. I've put in here when I'm going to kind of shoot some videos and ideas that I have for it as well. And there's a little positive habit maker down the bottom here where it says gratitude and love, and I tick that off every day because I'm doing those mantras to make me feel positive, and I'm just focusing on the good things. But I'm planning it, I'm diarising it to make sure that I do the things that I say I'm going to do to keep me consistent and in a healthy place. So this is my Freedom Mastery Planner, and You know, I've only been using it a couple of weeks, but I'm loving it. So that's my first thing. Something that I just touched on as well in the planner was self-care. Self-care is really important. It's about making you feel good, having that time to do the things that relax you and kind of jar your brain into thinking, no, these are the normal things, these are the things that make you feel good. So I did a self-care video the other week where I dyed my hair back to brown. I had a nice long bath. I put face masks on regularly. I've started doing my nails now. And sort of, to be quite honest with you, my main number one self-care thing for me, I love nothing more than running a nice hot bubble bath and taking a good film in there, like a chick flick or a Disney classic, and just chilling out in the bath, soaking in that warm goodness. It just makes me feel like I wash everything away and I'm watching a real uplifting film. And then I do my hair, I put masks on my hair, masks on my face and things. And then once I finish in the bath, I actually have a shower straight after. And that's when I wash everything off my hair, everything off my body, and give my body a good scrub with an exfoliator as well. And that, for me, that is like the number one thing of self-care for me. That is the thing that makes me feel the best. So planning to have self-care moments, especially for me, for instance, Thursday nights, Scott's busy, he's doing other stuff, so I always put Thursday evening aside for my self-care because I know I'm not going to get interrupted and I can just enjoy it in peace. So self-care is really important. The next thing that I have is food planning. Now, we're all kind of stuck at home and you kind of start running out of ideas for food and things, and getting into the habit of buying takeaways regularly and stuff can be really expensive. So one of the chores that Scott and I do not enjoy is sitting down saying, what are we having for dinner? What are we going to have for dinner? Because every time we're like, oh, I don't know if I fancy that, oh, I don't know, have we got that in? So what I did is I went through the recipe books that we do have in the cupboard and I pulled off about 30 different meals. What I did is I created these cards. Now, I've put them on shimmery glitter paper. What I've done is I've written what the meal is at the top and all the ingredients that we need and the place that you can find the full recipe. I've done loads of these cards. So now at the start of the week, we can go through and choose 7 dinners. I've only done it for dinners. And for instance, this one, hearty beef stew. So straight away, I know that I need to order some lean beef, casserole steak, some mixed casserole veg, garlic, fresh thyme and some broccoli. So it takes the ball ache out of A, knowing what you're going to have for dinner, and B, actually your shopping list, because it's on these cards. So you can just, you know, click on your click and collect, or if you are going shopping, write down on your list, and you don't have to look around everywhere or try and think, oh, what we're going to do and come up with ideas, because that can be really stressful. So like, go through your recipe books or go online or sit and think about all the meals that you loved to cook in the past and do this. Honestly, it really is taking the stress and the time out of like a job that is not very fun. And on here, on these cards, you know, they don't have to all be gourmet meals. On one of them, we've got fry up, so make sure we order some bacon, sausage, eggs, beans, tomatoes and mushrooms kind of thing. You know, I'm not saying everything has to be gourmet, but it just means that, you know, Friday night fry up, you know, you've got the ingredients there because it was in your plan for the week. The next thing that I have down is what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to read a little bit more. Now, reading has never been my cup of tea. I've never been someone who's been a great reader. However, I find that, you know, watching TV or looking at your phone and scrolling all the time, it's not good for your head. It's just a constant like traffic. So I'm trying to sort of calm myself down, and especially at night before I go to sleep, I'm trying to avoid scrolling online and screen time. So I'm trying to read now, and that's something that my niece bought me a book for Christmas and I'm in the middle of reading that. And don't get me wrong, I'm a slow reader and Rome wasn't built in a day. It's going to take time to get into that habit, but it's something that I'm doing, that each time that I read a chapter or 2 chapters, I feel really good and I'm getting into the book and into the story, and I can feel my imagination firing up as well. And it's a complete escape from reality. So reading is definitely something that I've introduced in this lockdown that I never did in the last one or didn't do before. And my TV choices and film choices, I have binge watched a few programs recently. Something that I really enjoyed on Sunday is we did all 8 episodes of The Serpent, which is on the BBC iPlayer, which is based on a true story. The first episode, I was like, am I liking this? Found it a bit slow. And then second episode, I was totally hooked. I just watched the whole lot. I just finished Life on the BBC iPlayer. Scott and I are now doing season 10 of Modern Family as well for a laugh. And to be quite honest, something that I usually do is I usually watch all the episodes of Sex and the City kind of once a year or so, and I didn't do it last year, and I'm like, gonna have to get the DVDs out and watch my Sex and the City box sets. So I'm watching things that kind of make me feel good and make me feel positive, and I'm trying to avoid things that are gonna kind of flip the way I'm thinking and change the positives to negatives. So that's another thing, like, be thoughtful and mindful about the things that you're watching and consuming, because the way they change your mood can really change everything else around you. The next thing I want to talk to you about is movement. I'm not going to say exercise, because when you say exercise, you have sort of ideas in your brain that you're pulling on the lycra and going for a 10-kilometre run or doing a massive HIIT workout, and I'm disabled and I can't do that. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not going to lie, I haven't been able to walk recently because I am so breathless and suffering so much with this respiratory infection, and I haven't been able to do any kind of real exercise at home either. In fact, I've avoided it because I know it's going to make me feel worse, so I'm just not doing it at the moment, and that's fine. But I have put in my book for a couple of weeks time that week I will go for a walk. That's my aim. One walk in a few weeks time. That's not kind of crazy thinking, you know, even if it's to the end of the road and back, it's a walk. It's just getting moving, and that's something I will slowly start to try and do again. Not because I'm thinking, oh my god, it's the new year and I've got to lose weight and all this rubbish that I addressed in a previous video, but it's because I feel good when I've moved about a bit and got the old body moving, got the joints uncracked and swirling around a little bit, because I am disabled. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and I have ME, and they are chronic fatigue syndromes and they are pain problems and mobility issues. And so just getting moving a little bit can actually help me, and I know that. So that's something that I'm going to focus on in the next few weeks. Just a little bit of movement, even if I put a song on and have a little dance, you know, not anything like do, 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 do. Just something, you know, little 2-step throughout a dance. It's movement and it will make me feel good. But as I say, I'm so breathless at the moment, even just doing that's worn me out. So that's something that's going to be in the future. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is the fact that I am working from home. So I am in a routine where every day between 10 o'clock and 3 o'clock, I am at my desk working on the laptop. Now that is like very, very screen based for 5 hours. So I am trying to get up regularly, go get myself a drink from the kitchen. And I've got into a habit of kind of having a small glass, not a big bottle, because if I have a small glass, I finish it and I get up and go to the kitchen and fill it up again and bring it back. And so it gets me moving and away from the screen for a few seconds. So I am working, and so Monday to Friday, 10 till 3, I am in a routine that I am at my desk working. The final thing that I have diarised in my planner is reaching out. Now, when I say reaching out, I am literally sending a text to various friends or family, and mainly to the ones that I know are home alone, saying, just checking in, how are you doing? I send this to people that I haven't heard from, and I'm not getting into that mindset of going, well, they haven't contacted me, because everybody is having their own issues and battles throughout this pandemic, and we kind of do have to be a little bit self-centered and self-absorbed at the moment and consider out what we're doing to just get us through. So if Bob down the road is not going, oh, I must text Mel once a week, you know, I'm not going to sit here and go, well, he never texts me. I'm just reaching out, saying, how are you doing? Do you want a little chat? Should we have a little text chat? Because I am someone who much prefers to text or even a WhatsApp voice message over a phone call. I don't know why. Or I even prefer a video call to a phone call. But I am sending a text kind of once a week, reaching out, saying, how are you doing? What's going on with you? Just checking in. You know, we should all be straightening each other's crowns at the moment, not tearing them off each other's heads. And that's a little something that I can do that is just might help somebody else. You know, they might receive that text that day and not have heard from anyone for days and just gone, oh, someone remembers me, someone knows I'm still here. So just a little reach out text is my final thing. On that note, I'm going to end this video. I really hope you like it, and maybe some of the tips might help you. So have a little chat with me in the comments below, and please like and subscribe this video, and I will see you next week. As usual, lots of love, take care of yourself, and if you are struggling, use the comments box down below. I always answer my comments, or come over and find me on Instagram. I'm so active on Instagram. I literally check on there every day anyway. So I will chat back to you. Just, you know, even if you're saying, hi, I'm struggling a bit, I saw your video. Yeah, let's start having a chat. Let's have a conversation. So on that note, lots of love. Take care. Bye-bye.